So TikTok might get banned, and it wouldn't even be the first Chinese company caught snooping in ways they maybe shouldn't have that have gotten some serious consequences. We've all heard about the Huawei ban and ZTE ban a while ago, when Huawei was no longer allowed to work with any American companies and therefore couldn't use Android anymore or be sold in the US. But this similar situation going on with everyone's favorite or least favorite app, TikTok, isn't quite as concrete. TikTok is a Chinese social media platform owned by ByteDance, the world's most valuable startup ever. And TikTok's algorithms are crazy. Here's an interview with the CEO of ByteDance talking about how they curate the algorithm like an economy.
Building a community from scratch is like you just discovered a new land. In the beginning, you have to build a centralized economy, meaning that from wealth distribution point of view, you make sure majority of the wealth is distributed to a small percent of people. And then these people became role model, and they say, hey, this is a normal guy, and he became super rich. I can do the same.
So they basically pick and choose specific creators that they like and show them to everyone. The top 5% has like 95% of all the followers. And then they also pick specific creators they don't like and shadow ban them. And sure, a lot of it is AI, but for those top 50 creators, I'm talking the Charli D'Amelio's, Addison Rae's, and Lil Huddy's of the app, there were probably actual people at TikTok who looked at their videos and hit some sort of button that just made them famous and propelled them to stardom. I mean, if you look at a list of the top 50 creators, a solid half of them are not celebrities, or at least they weren't until they joined TikTok. They're just average people who made an account on the app, and someone, or maybe a large team at TikTok, just decided they would show their videos to everyone, despite the fact that, by and large, they're basically doing the same thing as everybody else. They just have 50 million more followers. I mean, imagine having as much power as TikTok does. You could literally pick any person, any video, anything, and show it to everyone on the app if you wanted to. So it's the first thing they see when they open the For You page. You could literally pick anything and make it famous. And they really do have a lot of reach. The app has been downloaded 165 million times in the United States. And on average, a user of TikTok will open the app more than once and for at least 52 minutes every day. So in just a few hours, if they wanted to, TikTok could push out pretty much anything to everyone's For You page, and half of America would see it. That's a crazy amount of power. So that's where the issue comes in. From the government's perspective, you've got this suspiciously shady app on everybody's phones, and I mean everybody's phones. And this app can show you whatever it wants to show you, and more importantly, can do things with your data. See, every time we download an app, there's always that privacy policy. We almost never read it, but it's on everything, from Facebook to YouTube to TikTok. And when you've got an app like TikTok, which has become one of the most downloaded apps ever in American history, you really have to put a lot of trust into them if everyone is going to have it, because they have such huge reach in the country. And we really just have to have faith that that privacy policy really is as private as it claims. And at first, we did. Some were a bit wary, since Chinese companies are often incentivized to collect foreign IPs for the Chinese government, but there are tons of other foreign apps that people use on their phones with no problems. So no one had any reason to suspect any foul play, specifically from TikTok. But then we started noticing things. People found that when you open TikTok, it sends an abnormal amount of information from devices to its computers, and much of it was from children, which make up a huge percentage of its user base. Actually, in 2019, TikTok had to pay up to the Federal Trade Commission for violations of America's children's privacy law by its predecessor, Musical.ly. And a lot of people think that they're still using those same techniques today. And when iOS 14 came out, they got caught red-handed. Because, well, we all heard about those great new privacy features, such as how you get a small notification at the top of a screen when an app has pasted something you copied from another app. But on TikTok, every few keystrokes you would get this notification, meaning they were accessing your clipboard. So whatever you had copied on your clipboard from another app was being sent to TikTok, whether it was a simple message or your credit card number. Now, of course, TikTok immediately got rid of this feature within the day, saying it only existed to prevent spam, whatever that means. And back in December, Israeli researchers found bugs in the app that could easily let attackers access user data. Although we all know that's not the only social media platform that starts with a T that has bugs that would allow attackers to access user data. But TikTok has now also said that that has been fixed. TikTok's also been caught repeatedly removing videos and banning accounts that were anti-China and pushing pro-China videos that shy away from its many political issues, such as this one from a makeup guru talking about the mistreatment of Muslims in China, whose account got deleted. But the big one came in April, when Reddit user BangorLol wrote a full expose about how, as he described it, quote, TikTok is a data collection service that is thinly veiled as a social network. I'll leave the full post and subreddit to go along with it linked below if you want to check it out. If you really want to put on your tinfoil hats and go down a TikTok rabbit hole, it's definitely worth the read. So, at first, people obviously doubted the legitimacy of any of this. Many saying that TikTok wasn't stealing any more information than, say, Facebook would. But then, the US government sort of teased that they're looking into banning the app in the US, and a bunch of other people started to jump on the anti-TikTok bandwagon. Speaking of wagons, Wells Fargo told all its employees to remove the app from company phones, and soon both the Republican and Democratic national committees discouraged party members and campaigns from downloading the app. And the biggest one of all was the entire country of India banning the app completely. Now, the US government hasn't put out a ton of updates on the likelihood of this ban actually happening, but White House trade advisor Peter Navarro did write that after launching an investigation, he found that the platform, quote, goes right to servers in China, right to the Chinese military, the Chinese Communist Party, and the agencies that want to steal our intellectual property, unquote. Meanwhile, though, TikTok has repeatedly denied all of these allegations, saying that data of US users are stored on servers in the United States, with a backup in Singapore, citing the fact that their new CEO is American, despite the fact that their parent company, ByteDance, is Chinese-owned. So overall, yeah, there is significant evidence of some shady stuff that TikTok is doing, and the public opinion has definitely shifted in a negative direction for the company. But what is the likelihood of a ban actually happening? Well, low, quite honestly. At least at the moment, while there is definitely evidence of bad practices from TikTok, there isn't quite enough evidence as of the time I'm making this video to really warrant a nationwide ban. It'll probably just be more of a federal suggestion to get rid of the app, but I doubt it will get completely banned unless we see some significant evidence come out at some point in the future that says otherwise. I think realistically though, we will still probably see the downfall of TikTok in the next few years, but I don't think it'll be for reasons connected to privacy. I think it is much more likely we see its downfall because of a situation like Vine, where it's just never really seen as an ending destination, and all of its best creators try to go on to do better things and leave the app behind. Maybe they're TikTok famous, but they want to go on and become real famous, especially because there is no clear way to monetize on the platform. So yeah, that's pretty much all we know on TikTok and the potential for a ban. Definitely let me know in the comments what your opinion is on the matter, since I think we can all agree that TikTok is definitely doing some shady stuff. Especially that looking at your clipboard thing with iOS 14, I'm not sure why more people aren't talking about that, but is an outright government ban really necessary? Or is it overkill? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to ring my like button and subscribe to my bell, because I will see you next time. I gotta go tell you to follow me on Twitter at JackGordonYT. I only have like 40 followers on there, so you should definitely go check it out if you want some exclusive behind-the-scenes content. I'm not verified, so I won't scam you. Definitely go hit me up on there, and I will see you next week.